So I was watching Saturday Night Live, right? I've been watching Saturday Night Live for years. I love this show, but I was watching it last night, and it was doing it was an old skit. They was doing an old skit about Black History Month. And then every time they, and like it was black students in the classroom, rapping for the white students about Black History Month. But every time they brought up the word slavery, the beat would stop, and it would everybody would get serious for a minute, and would make white people sort of embarrassed. And like we understand, see, white people always say, slavery happened 400 years ago, and I didn't enslave you, so I have nothing to do with slavery. But what people fail to realize about slavery in America, slavery in Brazil, slavery all over the world, as far as black people are concerned. You have white slaves, you have black slaves, but what black slavery did in America is a maldistribution of wealth. That's all slavery was about in America. It was about money. And people keep trying to say like racism doesn't exist. It does exist. Look at the cross light. Don't cross the street until a white man says so. You missed it, but you'll see it the next time. I'll show you it on this one. But slavery still exists in America. It is systematically. It is deeply rooted. It's not on the surface. That's why like a white man, the average white man, see there's a white man right there. Don't cross the street until a white man says so. It's systematic. It's systematically put in place. Look, see. Black people don't make the laws. White people make the laws. And they make laws to keep white people on top. They make laws to keep black people fucked up. That's what they make laws for, to keep black people twisted. That's why there's no such thing as a black community today. Like I said before, you don't have strong black communities. And the powers that be, due to racism does not want strong black communities. That's why they let so many. That's why at one time, the population rate as far as black people were concerned in America was like 34%. It was like 34% in America. And then what happened, the powers that be felt like there was too many black people in America, so they started letting white Europeans come in. And that was the whole purpose of Europeans coming into America, just to equal out the numbers. And even today, like at one time it was 34%. You think about it. There was like 34% black people. Now I think it's like 12% black in America. And at that time, like prior to the 1960s, I think it was, prior to like the 1800s, there were no Hispanics in America. Then Hispanics came into America, but there was still more black people in America than there was Hispanics. But now, today, our numbers are equal, or there may be more, or they're about to pass black people in America, Hispanics. Did you realize that? But back to what I was saying, like slavery, racism in America is systematic. The whole word race means group. It means racism. The whole word is about one group controlling the resources of another group. That's where the word racism comes from. It's when the Europeans was racing across America and South America to build their empire. And that's where the word racism comes from. It is a group effort. People think racism is about me saying cracker or honky. That's not racism. Racism is a group effort. It is the maldistribution of wealth. That's what racism is. A black man cannot be racist in America. Just like a South African cannot be racist in South Africa. He doesn't own shit. What is he going to stop white people from doing in South Africa? He can't stop white people from doing shit. A black man in America can't stop a white man from doing shit. Racism is systematically put in place. It is a group effort. It is laws. It's on paper now. And this is not something black people created. It's what white people created. I think racism became official in the 1600s when they called it rights of exclusion, where it said no black man should ever, because at one time black people did own slaves in America also, but it was called the rights of exclusion in the 1600s. They said no black man should be able to enjoy the fruits of America. And it was called the rights of exclusion. Then they later changed that, and they changed it to like the meritorious manumission, where, a black person could enjoy the fruit of America, but there was only 3 ways he could do it. And he had to save a white man's life, he had to create something that would make white people money, or he had to save a white man's life, He had to create something that white people could make money off of, or he had to squeal, he had to snitch on another black man. And that's how black people could make money in America. You know, enjoy the fruits of America. But like I said before, slavery was about the maldistribution. Slavery was about white people owning 99.9% of everything, and black people owning 1/2 of 1%. White people owned the 99.9% of everything. That's why when you turn on the TV, you see white people. Turn on the radio, you hear white people. Change the channels, what do you see? White people. Change the channels. Every channel you turn, white people. Every radio station you turn, there's white people, man. That's what it is. And quiet as it's kept, there's more colored people of color on the planet than there are white people. But due to racism on TV, white people are always called black people a minority. And even in America, where it says the majority wins and the minority lose, that's when a black person calls themselves a minority. It's like calling themselves a loser. Think about it. And these are words that the powers that be put in place, you know, to make it seem like black people are invisible. They use words like minority, people of color, diversity, urban, multicultural, ethnicity, and minority. That's saying everything except for black people, because black people are slowly becoming extinct in America. Like I told you, and like I said before, slavery in America was all about money. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It was about white people owning everything. And that's why you got like billionaires today and billionaires. So how many black billionaires you know in America? Bill Gates, one white man, owns more money than every black man in America put together. That's what slavery was about, the maldistribution of wealth. And people say, well, Bill Gates owned his money. But the thing about Bill Gates, Donald Trump, and like other white people, like you see a white bum on the street, he could shave, get a haircut, and he could get a job just about anywhere he wants. And, you know, like he could get a better job. We can't get a job anywhere, but he'll get a job, and he'll be the black person's boss is more than likely. He'll be the boss. That's what racism was about.